What's up, guys? It's your boy Email Mentor back with another video. Make sure to like, subscribe, and share if you care. So we're gonna be talking about Camilla Cabello's album. It's called CXOXO. This is her fourth album. Y'all know she has um Camilla Cabello. I think subtitle Camila. That's her first one. Y'all know that's a fire album. I love that album. I always say that on here. That's her best. Her second one is Romance, which was a really good album too. Her third one was Familia. That's talking about like family and heritage, and like that was her Latin era, talking about where she came from. That was a good one too for Latin music and for the pop influence, mixing it together. I love Don't Go Yet, and I love that. I like that album. I thought the album was a good album for it not being too much of my forte, but it was cute. I could get with it. It was a few songs in there I like, and I have my review on there too about that album too. So, what's funny about Camila was that Romance, her second album, Romance, was one of the first albums that I ever like. When I started YouTube, one of the first albums I ever talked about was Romance. I started doing like that the YouTube thing when Romance came out around that time. So it's kind of funny every time I kind of do a review on her. It's really funny, and I like and then of course it's this album is her fourth one, CXOXO. But anyway, so let's get into it quickly. So um this album's okay. It's not bad. I don't think Camila typically makes like trash, terrible music, but I do think I Love It's kind of terrible. Like it's catchy and it's TikTok and it's Charlie XCX with a little bit of Rihanna kind of sprinkle on it with a Gucci Mane sample. But I just thought it was kind of like troll, and then Playboy Cardi verse was trash. So I don't know. I didn't like that song. I know I did a review on that, but that was terrible. But typically, like she makes decent pop music. You know what I'm saying? She can sing. She's a decent performer. I don't hate the girl. I know y'all think she's, I know y'all, call her racist for like her fans bullying Normani and some things that she said in the past about other black artists or black people, whatever. Her being a little ignorant. I don't think she's still feels that way. I just think she was ignorant back in the days and she was saying a whole bunch of stuff. But I can understand why people don't forgive her. But for me, I don't really like. I think during the time that she was supposed to be held accountable for it, she was. But I don't hold it to her now like all the time. Like I don't think Camila feels that way. But some people just don't forgive and let things go because we've been through a lot of traumatizing stuff as people of color. So I understand why, especially black people. So I understand why like we kind of internalize stuff. But for me personally, I don't think that's where her head's at anymore. But her fans did treat Normani terrible in Fifth Harmony, though. I'm not gonna lie. But this era, I think she's in her black girl era. I don't know. She's using a lot of black artists on this album, hanging out with a lot of black people, going to a lot of black media. She kind of like this is her let loose era. I don't care, good girl gone bad type of era, and I'm like okay. Sometimes it can be a little cringy, but it's okay. I think this era I lived for her less because I think her first two eras I was really down for her, and then her third era I was still kind of like rooting for her. This era I don't really care too much about what she did. I think the antics a little too much. Not like she getting in drama or she's saying crazy stuff, but it's just like even the album cover I just think it's just a little bit bizarre. But whatever. That's my take on that. But let's get through it. So yeah, know I don't like I love it. Channel number five, or Chanel number five, or Channel number five, whatever that's called. That song was okay. I seen the video for it, so it was okay. Pink XOXO, I like that. I wish that was a longer song. I wanted to see where that was actually gonna go. He Knows with Lil Nas X. Y'all don't like that record, but I like that song. I think that song's actually a bop. I think if her label would have pushed that better and really promoted it, and maybe they would have performed at a award show or something like that, and really get that heavy promotion. That's a really good song. I think he knows when I play with him like that. And like that. I like that song. I don't know. Y'all don't like that, but I like that record though. I think that was a good song. 20 somethings was okay. I thought that was a little cute record. Day Country Dreaming with City Girls and JT. And I like that. Now that's a bop. I know the City Girls done broke up and JT doing her own thing, killing it, and Carisha kind of like, trying to figure out her life or whatever. But I ain't gonna lie. I do like that Day Country Dreaming. That kind of sounds good. That reminds me of Old City Girls. This is definitely a 305 record. And Camila grew up in Miami, so the collaboration was kind of on brand. I didn't see it coming, but it made sense for how free and how ratchet she is on this album, or a little bit more edgier than normal. I think it made sense to have the City Girls on here, JT and Carisha, and I like the song. I think that song has good replay value. I heard it a few times. I haven't really went back to it too much, but It's not a bad song. I like it actually. And Carisha verse wasn't that bad, but obviously Jake's got the better verse. The song was actually a good song. Kushi XOXO, that's like a interlude, whatever. Hot Uptown with Drake. That song actually is a okay record. I thought, I didn't know what to expect. It's not bad. Not my favorite song on the album, but it's not a bad song. It's okay. The Ugly record with just him, that's okay too. I didn't really care for that one. I think I like the Hot Uptown a little better. The Ugly record is okay. I don't really care for that song, but maybe it could change. The Dream Girls song, I like. Now that's my favorite song on the album. I did Dream Girls, Big Country Dreamin', and He Knows are my three favorites on this album. Actually, these are the three songs I actually really like, and I think they have extremely high replay values. Dream Girl, something about that song reminded me of something. I don't know what it was, but I like that record. I remember like putting like a star to it because now on Apple Music, if that song is extremely really good, if it's really really good, and I'm really feeling it, I'm gonna give it a star on Apple Music and save it to remind myself that this is a song that you like on the album. Because sometimes like a lot of stuff like be coming out and I be forgetting like what's what. So like sometimes like I'll star it or add it to my playlist. But I like this song. That Dream Girls is fire. 305 Till I Die is an interlude. It's kind of her talking, her big one, representing Miami. BOAT was okay. I think that was an okay song. Pretty When I Cry is a good record. I think that she should push that. That could probably do good on pop. And I do like June Gloom, but Pretty When I Cry is a cute record though. June Gloom is a good little ballad to close the album with, and there's a video for I Love It. So yeah, overall, I'll get this album. Okay, let me see. I like 1, 2, 3, 4 Dreamgirls, 5, 6. Out of like how many songs is on here? I give this album like a 7 out of 10. It's not a bad album. I'll give it a 7 out of 10. It's not bad. I definitely think her other three albums is better than this one though. Maybe this and Familia. I might go back to Familia and listen to that and see where I'm at currently with it 3 years later, and see what I think. Then maybe I might come back 2 or 3 years. I don't know. I think it's like 2 years later, but 2 or 3 years. But I'm gonna go back and see how I feel about it and come back. But I know for a fact this album is not better than Romance or her first album. Her first album being her best, and Romance is really really good too. So I don't think she improved a lot as far as like making like. I don't think this album's outstanding. I don't think it's like amazing and just piece of work, but it's not bad. I don't think she makes bad music. I think it was okay. It has a few songs I like. It's listenable. It's not bad. She's talented. I just think people just don't have that connect with her, and I don't know. I feel like she's kind of been flopping recently. I don't know whether because I got Tate McRae now and Sabrina Carpenter and Olivia now and Billie kind of broke into the scene too a few years after she came out. I don't know. Y'all don't really care about Camilla like that. I don't know. Yeah, I liked her first two albums. Actually, her first album because Havana and Never Be the Same did really well. In that era, yeah, she was at the Grammys and all these awards for VMAs, and it was all these trajectories for her. And then Romance came out. I like Shameless. Y'all didn't really support Shameless. Shameless kind of came and went, and y'all didn't support the other record that came out after that too. But I did kind of like the My Oh My record though. That kind of I think that went top 20 because it had the baby who was a hot rapper at the time. The baby was kind of like on his peak, kind of like peaking at that time, and yeah, I was kind of fooling with him at that point before he kind of talked about the people with HIV and the gay community. I was rocking with him. So yeah, so that song did. I think that was like the highest charting song on the album. Well, that was the one that made a little bit of noise. And then her third album, I didn't really like Don't Go Yet. Kind of came and went too. I don't even think it charted top 20. I think it was like maybe like top 60, top 70 probably. And everything else didn't really do well. But they were still good albums though. This one is okay. This is an okay album. But I don't know. But y'all tell me down below what y'all think. But I definitely like June Gloom. Pretty When I Cry is definitely growing on me. I think that should be a single. Um, Dream Girls, Day Country Dreaming, He Knows. I think I might really like 20 something, but I don't think I really like. I gotta go back to that. Maybe with this album grow on me even more, I might come back and do another review on it. But right now, it's okay. It's a 7 out of 10. It's not bad, but it's not like amazing, but it's not bad. But I've definitely heard better projects from Camila than this. Um, but make sure to like, subscribe, and share if you care. Tell me what you think down below, and I will see you on the flip side. Goodbye.